Leviticus chapter 24. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Command the children of Israel that they bring unto thee pure olive oil, beaten for the light, to cause the lamps to burn continually. Without the veil of the testimony in the tabernacle of the congregation shall Aaron order it from the evening unto the morning before the Lord continually. It shall be a statute forever in your generations. He shall order the lamps upon the pure candlestick before the Lord continually. And thou shalt take fine flour, and bake 12 cakes thereof. 2 tenth deals shall be in one cake. And thou shalt set them in 2 rows, 6 on a row, upon the pure table before the Lord. And thou shalt put pure frankincense upon each row, that it may be on the bread for a memorial, even an offering made by fire unto the Lord. Every Sabbath he shall set it in order before the Lord continually, being taken from the children of Israel by an everlasting covenant. And it shall be Aaron's and his sons, and they shall eat it in the holy place, for it is most holy unto him of the offerings of the Lord made by fire by a perpetual statute. And the son of an Israelitish woman, whose father was an Egyptian, went out among the children of Israel, and his son of the Israelitish woman, and a man of Israel, strove together in the camp. And the Israelitish woman's son blasphemed the name of the Lord, and cursed. And they brought him unto Moses, and his mother's name was Shilemeth, the daughter of Dibri, of the tribe of Dan. And they put him inward, that the mind of the Lord might be shewed them. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Bring forth him that hath cursed without the camp, and let all that heard him lay their hands on his head, and let all the congregation stone him. And thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, Whosoever curseth his God shall bear his sin. And he that blasphemeth the name of the Lord, he shall surely be put to death. And all the congregation shall certainly stone him, as well the stranger as he that is born in the land. When he blasphemeth the name of the Lord, shall be put to death. And he that killeth any man shall surely be put to death. And he that killeth a beast shall make it good, beast for beast. And if a man cause a blemish in his neighbor, as he hath done, so shall it be done to him, breach for breach, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. As he hath caused a blemish in a man, so shall it be done to him again. And he that killeth a beast, he shall restore it. And he that killeth a man, he shall be put to death. Ye shall have one manner of law, as well for the stranger as for one of your own country, for I am the Lord your God. And Moses spake to the children of Israel, that they should bring forth him that had cursed out of the camp, and stone him with stones. And the children of Israel did as the Lord commanded Moses. This is the chapter where the eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth philosophy of the hardness of the laws of the Jews comes from. And that's really a pity, because there's so much that's missed from there. And although that is there, it is there under an extraordinarily limited set of circumstances. People forget there are 2 sets of laws. The first law, the most important law, the law that was supposed to be followed as the principal law, was this, what we call the social law, where they were supposed to have abiding love for everybody and concern for every member of the tribe and the strangers that were within their gates, within their communities. This is the one where, for instance, if you hired somebody, you were supposed to pay him before the guy went home. You weren't even supposed to keep the money till the next morning to pay the guy. Okay? So this is that's not an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. The eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth was the public justice side of the social law, where you had an individual who did something that was so terrible, and they were so unwilling or maybe unable to voluntarily make it right, that they had to be dealt with as absolute public justice. And it wasn't revenge. It was absolute justice. If you caused a problem, you had to make it right. And if you didn't volunteer to make it right, it wasn't acceptable to God that you could abuse somebody and get away with it. It wasn't a law of revenge. That's the important thing to realize. It was not a law of public revenge. And as well, there was absolutely no tolerance for private vengeance. This was public justice. And so when somebody did something really bad that the whole tribe or a large group of people would know about, they had to be dealt with. No ifs, no ands, no buts, no maybes. Now the interesting thing was that murder was about the only thing, about the only crime other than that would normally have come up, for which there was no ransom possible. We see an instance where later on where an individual cursed God. That would not have been minor swearing. This would have been something else, and I'm pretty sure this would have used that one would have been in violation of the laws of worshiping God. It would not have been something he muttered under his breath. But the interesting thing is, as I said, is that a murder there was no possible ransom paid for a murder. You could ransom yourself out of just about any problem. But here's the interesting thing. If you had voluntarily made everything right, if you'd done something wrong, injured somebody, whatever, and done whatever it took to make it right, then the criminal law had no claim on you. You wouldn't publicly be anything happening. And so compensation to the injured party was the law. There's no idea of sending somebody to jail for 20 years and the people who were damaged were left on their own. Just didn't work that way. Okay. Now, the same law that required absolute justice also required them, when they were in the promised land, to leave the fields, the corners of the fields, unharvested for the poor. There were certain laws of hospitality and all the rest of it, but the best one, the one that I really love, is that you will not hate your brother in your heart. Now you think about this. Is that retribution? Is that vengeance? Is that an eye for an eye and tooth for tooth? No, this is Heavenly Father starting to tell them something. You don't hold grudges. You do not hate your brother or your sister or your aunt or your uncle or your next door neighbor. You don't hate anybody in your heart. Your job is to love everybody the way you love yourself. And so Heavenly Father recognizes He's got to take the Egypt out of people. But He recognizes that these people are basically good people. They need good teachings and they need good standards. And so although there has to be the necessity of the criminal law for those people who are not righteous, for those people who are willing to follow a higher standard, thou shalt not hate thy brother in their heart. It's an awfully good place to start.